Krishna Prishtaya Bodhale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swaminatha Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So today we'll see about 10.12 to 18. About how Arjuna is offering the prayer. So after listening to the 4 essential verses, which is the Chatur Sloki, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Matta Sarvam Pravartate Idi Matva Bachante Ma Buddha Bhava Samanvita. Who will say the meaning of this verse? 10.8. Whatever you understood. I need not be word to word. But what do you mean by Aham Sarvasya Prabho Matta Sarvam Pravartate? What is Krishna trying to say? And it proves it is about what? Yes, Manasi?
Mataji, the first 2 lines I understood that Aham Sarvasya Prabhu means I am the creator of something. Everything is come from me. And Matta Sarvam Pravartate. Matta means from me. Sarvam Pravartate is everything has came. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
You should say Krishna. Okay, whenever you're saying to the third person, always when you're saying the meaning of the verse, you should never say I, because people will misunderstand like me. So you should say Krishna. Everything has come from Krishna. Yes, as you said, everything material and spiritual, everything emanates from Krishna. And Prafulla Mataji, this indicates what of the 3? Like what does it indicate? The first verse. It's about
the origin of everything, Mataji.
Yeah, but what is it actually? It is proving what? What is the tattva proved there? About the 3 things. There are 3 things. The 4 slokas explain the 3 things. Sonia Mataji, what is it?
It's about relationship, Mataji.
Yeah, what is it called?
Relationship and the process here. And the process. And
what that relationship is called as what? In Sanskrit. Starting with S.
Service.
Priya Mataji.
No.
It's Sambandha, Mataji.
Good. That's a Sambandha. Okay, that's a Sambandha. Like Prafulla Mataji and Sonia Mataji. That's Sambandha. Sambandha means what's our relationship with Krishna. That's Sambandha. First verse says. The second verse says about the second factor. Machitta madgada prana bodha yanda parasparam kadayandashamam nityam tushyan vicharamanticha. So what does this mean and what does this indicate? Yes, Sonia Mataji.
It is process, Mataji.
The process. So what
process of how we are going to to get the relationship. How can we maintain the relationship with Krishna?
Yeah. So what is that meaning of that verse? Machitta madgada prana. When devotees meet, what do?
They will offer obeisances fully to Krishna.
Bodhayanda parasparam. They talk about Krishna, right? And what do they do after talking? Bodhayanda parasparam tushyanti charamandicha. They feel so happy after talking about Krishna. So that's a avideya, that's a process, how to re-establish the lost relationship. And the next 2 slokas, 10.10 and 11, talks about the prayojana, the goal of it. What is it? Tesham sadati yuktanam bachadam priti purvagam tadami buddhiyogam tam yena mamupayantite tesham evanukam partam aham ajnanajam tamaha nashyami atma bhavasto jnana deepena bhashvata. So Krishna will give the buddhi yoga or the intelligence to go back to Krishna, and Nashyami Atma Bhavasto, the Atma Bhava, like the feeling of Aham Mamedi, me, my, and everything will be destroyed, and Krishna will give that knowledge. Jnana Deepena Bhashvata, he gives the knowledge. So after hearing the Chatur Sloki, the essence of Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, Arjuna in the following verses will glorify Krishna's supremacy and express his desire to hear more about Krishna. This is the quality. The more you want to hear about Krishna, the more you want to hear. So that's there. The taste, that ruji increases. So the practical application is Lord Krishna can be understood to be the supreme by one who follows the spiritual authority and who cultivates devotion. So now Arjuna is hearing about Krishna from Krishna. So Prabhupada says this is Bhagavad Gita. If you don't hear from the authority of Krishna or his representative of spiritual, bona fide spiritual master, it's of no use. You might be hearing Bhagavad Gita for so many years, no use, because we should hear from the right source and in the right way and accept him. You have to accept whatever Krishna says, completely accept, never doubt it. And now in 10.12 and 13, Arjuna is offering prayers. Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adi Devamacham Vipo. Okay, so he is glorifying Ahustam Rishaya Sarve Deva Shinaradastada Ashido Devalo Vyaso Swayam Chaiva Bravishime. Okay, so here he is saying that Arjuna is saying you are the supreme personality of Godhead, Param Brahma, and Param Dhama, ultimate abode. Pavitram, he is the purest, and Pavitram Paramam Bhavan is the absolute truth, and you're the eternal. Purusham, he's the supreme personality. Shashvatam, he's eternal, transcendental, Divyam, and is original person, and unborn, right? Ajam means unborn, and the greatest, Vibhum. All the great sages, Narada, Ashila, Devala, Vyasa confirmed this truth about you, and now you yourself are declaring it to me. So 3 things will confirm anything. Like if you want to believe something, there should be 3 things. What are the 3 things? I'll unmute everyone. What are the 3 things, evidences you need from?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Guru, Shastra and Sadhu.
Good. Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Good. So your Guru should say, your Shiksha Guru or Diksha Guru should say something, and your Shastra, all the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad, all literatures should say it, and the Sadhus, the pure devotees. So if 3 of them confirms the truth, then that's the truth. So here, Guru, who is Arjuna's Guru now? Krishna. Shishyaste ham shadi mam tvam praparnam. The 2nd chapter, 7th sloka, Arjuna become the disciple of Krishna. So Krishna is his Guru now. Now Guru is saying, the Shastra says Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam. Even Bhagavad Gita is a Shastra. So that says, and Sadhus, the great devotees, says about Krishna. So when all 3 comes, then you have to believe. So in these 2 verses, the Supreme Lord gives a chance to the Mayavadi philosophers, for here it is clear that the Supreme is different from the individual soul. He is Param Brahman, we are Brahman, right? We are just Brahman. He is Param Brahman. So that means we are not 1, we are 2. And he is Purusham. So Mayavadis are saying Krishna doesn't have a form, but here it says he's Purusham, means he's an original person, right? Param Brahma indicates Arjuna is accepting Krishna as a supreme personality Godhead after hearing the Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna's acceptance is not simply flattering by a friend, it's supported by the Vedic injunctions, and great sages have supported. See, all the devotees here. So Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. Guru is Krishna here, who who's himself declaring him as the great, and Shastra, Bhagavad Gita says, and the Sadhus. Sadhus are the rishis here. You can see Narada, Ashita, Devala, Vyasa. Vyasadeva is Krishna himself, no? But in a form of a devotee he came, and they also declared. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, each and every word in this verse spoken by Arjuna is confirmed by the Vedic injunctions and gives various references from the Vedic scriptures. Like he says, Supreme Brahman is resting for everything. Here also Arjuna refers Krishna as the supreme abode. Mundaka Upanishads also say the Supreme Lord in whom everything is resting can be realized only by constantly thinking of him, Smarana. And Vedas accept Krishna as the purest of pure, Pavitram. That's why when Mataji say, once I heard a sadhu saying, like some Matajis go and say like we can't chant during our periods. I think even in this class so many Matajis, maximum are Matajis. So then those days they like in a menstrual period time they'll like, oh, we can't touch our bead bag, we can't chant, and we can't take Bhagavad Gita, we can't go to temple. Okay, so many things. And then those days you have mood swings, you have hormonal imbalance, and you become so angry and frustrated and moody, and health is not good. You are becoming weak, and you don't have a spiritual support also those days. So they don't chant. So the sadhu asked them, Krishna is in your heart as Paramatma, right? 365 days. Is it like every month, those particular days, does Krishna walk out from you, from your heart? Does Krishna says, bye-bye, you're not able to do sadhana, I'll leave you and go. For 3-4 days, whichever day you have, like will Krishna walk away from your heart? No. Krishna walks away when you die, in the sense, when the soul leaves, the super soul leaves. But till then, whatever situation you are, when you go to your bathroom or a toilet, does Krishna walk away from your heart? No, Krishna is there, right? So why are we chanting? I was reading Bhagavatam today. Prabhupada writes in the purport, your chanting is to please the Supreme Personality of Godhead, not for you. It's to please Krishna. But Krishna is there with you every time, whether you are in the toilet, whether you are in a muddy place, a filthy place, a dirty place, or when you're having your menstrual periods, Krishna is always with you, no? Then why don't you chant? The holy name can be chanted, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anyone knows that story, that pastime about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Gopal Guru? No? A small boy called Guru Gopal. No one knows? Okay, so once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to go to the restroom. So when he was going, he was holding his tongue because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. He can't stop chanting. He's Krishna. He's Bhagavan, but in a form of a devotee. So he was holding the tongue because he's going to the toilet and he's like, it's a bad place. I can't chant the holy name there. So he was holding his tongue and he was not, so that it doesn't vibrate the holy name. So there was a small boy, Gopal, and he says, what are you doing? You're trying to hold your tongue. Why? Because just you're going to the toilet. Krishna's holy name is the purest. Nothing can contaminate it. Even if you're in the bathroom. You know the story of Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati's guru. He used to hide in public toilets and chant the holy name. So it doesn't matter where we are, the external. And that small boy told to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like, why are you holding your tongue? Just chant. It doesn't matter where you are. Namna Makari Bahuda Nijasarva Shakti Tatrarpida Niyamita Smaranena Kala. There's no rules and regulations for chanting. Anywhere, everywhere you can chant. And the bathroom is supposed to be the dirtiest place in your house. Then if you can chant there, I mean, why don't you chant there? Because the holy name is so pure. You take the diamond even to the bathroom. Does the diamond get contaminated? No, it's pure. Similarly, Krishna's holy name is very, very pure. Diamond is material, but Krishna is transcendental. So it doesn't matter where we are, which situation you are in. But don't take your beads inside the bathroom. We can't take our beads into the bathroom. We can't take Bhagavad Gita in the bathroom. But you can carry your tongue there and you can chant. So it doesn't matter where we are because Krishna is Pavitram Paramam Bhavan, which is proved by Arjuna. So Arjuna says Krishna is the purest and his holy name. There's no difference between Abeda Nama Namini. There's no difference between his name and the person. Right? Kalikale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. Krishna has come in the form of holy name. And so many devotees have slipped and fell into the bathroom. And normally they call out their mother's name. Whenever we slip, we fall like in our mother tongue, we call our mother's mother. But as you keep chanting and chanting, they start calling Krishna. And we don't know what if in that slip, one devotee was saying, what if in that slip I die? You call out Krishna in the bathroom and then you leave the body. So develop that attitude of calling out for the Lord in every situation of our life. So Krishna's name is so pure that whichever situation we are in, doesn't matter. You have to keep chanting. Okay, you should not give excuses that I'm not pure, I'm not taken bath. Now some of them are like, I didn't take bath and I didn't brush my teeth. You can still chant. It's not because Krishna is so pure. But it's always nice to take bath and then chant. Great sages accept it. Narada, Ashida, Devala, Vyasa, everyone have accepted Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. The spirit of knowing Bhagavad Gita is to accept in the mood of Arjuna. That's what Prabhupada says. Should always, Arjuna is very submissive. Just accept it. Arjuna didn't cross question. Oh Krishna, you're self-boasting yourself. Now once in level 1 class, one devotee, one person was asking, why Krishna is self-boasting himself so much? Aham, I am that, I am this. Because that's the truth. Krishna is saying the truth. We understand. So through the parampara system, we should accept it. It's not possible to know Bhagavad Gita by academic education without disciplic succession. Okay. So despite the evidence, one sticks to the obstinate conviction that Krishna is an ordinary person. That's what people say. Just for academic education. So which phrase in text 12 prove that the Supreme is different from the individual soul? That's Param Brahman. The answer even here. But what is that significance of Param Brahman? What do you mean by Param Brahman? I think I have. Yes, Racheta Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Param Brahman means he is the master of the Brahman. He is the origin of the Brahman.
Origin of the Brahman. So Brahman is what actually?
Brahman is the light, Mataji.
Light coming from where?
Coming from Krishna.
Yeah, Krishna's body, right? So the effulgence is coming from Krishna's body. So he is a resting place of the Brahman. In the sense, Brahman is nothing but the light that's coming. And that is one way of saying. Another way of saying is we are Brahma in the sense, Brahman in the sense spirit soul. Krishna is Para Brahman, the supreme soul. Okay, in that way. So this also proves that we are not one, we are different. We are two. The Dvaita philosophy. But we have the Achintya Beda, Abeda Tattvam. What is that? Which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. What do you mean by Achintya Beda, Abeda? I want everyone to answer. Who never answered today? Supriya Mataji?
Hare
Beda,
Krishna.
Abeda. Yeah.
Veda Abeda Tattva means that the super soul and the soul difference, Mataji. The soul is same as super soul in the same quality but different in quantity.
Good. So quality wise, we are same. Quantity wise, we are different. Okay. Achinta Beda, Abeda Tattvam. Yeah. Simultaneously at the same time. Sarvameda Dridam Manye Yenmam Vadasi Keshava Nahi Te Bhagavan Vyaktim Vidur Devana Dhanava. Oh Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons, oh Lord, can understand your personality. So neither the demigods nor the demons can know Krishna perfectly as supreme. Only Krishna can reveal to you. This happened in where? Which demigod did not understand Krishna? Anyone knows? Which demigod could not understand Krishna? Yes, Manasi? And which
Mataji,
is that
Brahma.
Leela? Which is that
Brahma.
Leela?
Mataji, Brahma Vimona Leela.
Good, Brahma Vimola. Ankita Mataji, any other demigod?
Yes, Mataji, Indradev.
Good, Indra. Which is that pastime?
Mataji, the Govardhan hill that Krishna picked up on his
Govardhan.
little finger.
Good, Govardhan. So again, Brahma and Indra. And who else? There's one more demigod who got bewildered by Krishna's one form, one of the avatar. Yes, Supriya Mataji. Who was that?
Lord Shiva, Mataji.
Yeah, Lord Shiva. About whom are we talking about? Which avatar?
Mohini Avatara.
Mohini avatar. So like that so many times. Is there any other example anyone remembers? Any other demigod? Yes, Supriya Mataji. Anyone else? Same?
Sorry. No, Mataji.
Okay. Yeah. So Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, and even Indradev. So Indra. So they got bewildered, right? So they could not understand. Krishna got confused. Okay. So this verse established the faithlessness and the demons cannot understand Krishna. Since Krishna is not known even by the demigods what to speak about, us and modern scholars, right? Even they get confused. But Krishna reveals. When Krishna reveals, they understand. Krishna says, Naham Prakasha Sarvasya Yoga Maya Samavritaha. Not everyone can understand Krishna, right? He Swayameva Spuratyada. He himself reveals to you. So someone asked Prabhupada, like whatever question they ask, Prabhupada answers. So Prabhupada, you know everything about Krishna. So Prabhupada's like, I don't know everything about Krishna. I know what Krishna wants me to know. Like whatever Krishna reveals, I know. That's it. So that's his humility. He knows. Not everyone knows everything about Krishna, definitely. But they are all eternal associates. He's eternal associate of Krishna. So either a Manjari or a Gopa, someone. So definitely who's empowered by Krishna to start Krishna conscious movement. So all the acharyas, they are empowered and they know Krishna. But the pure devotees know Krishna. But not everyone knows Krishna about everything about Krishna. It's not possible, no? So importance of parampara is Bhagavad Gita should be understood in the parampara system. And acceptance by Arjuna is that all that Krishna says, whatever Krishna says, Arjuna accepts and should be emulated. And then only can we understand the essence of Bhagavad Gita and Krishna is the supreme personality of God. So Prabhupada says this is the way of understanding Bhagavad Gita, because after 18 days of the battle, I mean the 18 chapters of hearing Bhagavad Gita, after 45 minutes, Arjuna is ready to fight. Yes. Karishye vachanam tava. Whatever you say, I accept it, Krishna. So Arjuna accepts. Similarly, we should also accept Bhagavad Gita in the right way because it's coming from the parampara system. Swayam evatmanatmanam vedatvam purushottama buddha bhavena bhutesha deva deva jagatpate. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency, your supreme person, origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, Lord of the universe. So he is the Lord of the universe. Deva Deva Jagatpati. So only Lord Krishna can fully know himself by his own internal potency. And how do we understand Krishna? Receive Bhagavad Gita only from Krishna or a person who is in devotional relationship with Krishna. Avoid commentaries by mental speculators, because persons who are demonic and atheistic, they do mental speculation, and they take away you from the Lord, who's because that's a serious sin, actually, taking away from the Supreme Lord. Okay, and he's Purushottama. Krishna is addressed as the Supreme, right? The mass or the extra mass was given the Lord's name, because the Lord says all the potency of Krishna will be deposited in this Purushottam month. So this month is very, very special. Problem. So Bhagavan is the last stage of understanding the absolute truth. It says, Vadandi tattva vidastatvam yajnanam advayam brahmedi paramatmedi bhagavane. So Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. Right? So these are the three features of understanding the absolute truth. What comparison can you give for these three? What analogy Prabhupada mentions to understand Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan? What's the analogy or the example? Yeah, Kanjan Mataji. Can you unmute?
Hare Krishna Mataji. In chapter 2, it is given the analogy of sun is given.
Sun.
Should I explain, Mataji?
Can you say the three things?
The sunlight, the sun surface, and the sun planet itself.
Good. So that's the three things analogy has given. Nice. Okay. So common man or even a liberated man who has realized the impersonal feature or the Paramatma feature, but may not understand God's personality. Sometimes impersonalists accept Krishna as authority, yet cannot understand him as the Purushottama. Purusha Uttama. Once, I think Jarasandha, he was about to die because Jarasandha, does anyone know about Jarasandha? Who was he? And what is his specialty? He had some specialty, no? Jara and Sandha. Yes, Manasvi?
Mataji, he was the father-in-law of Kamsa.
Okay, and what is the specialty of his birth?
His birth was done by Jara by mixing two parts of his body which were separated. So that
Good.
when he is cut in between, he will join back.
Yeah. So what happened? Who cut him? Bhima, right? When Bhima was fighting and was trying to cut Jarasandha, when he went into two parts, still he used to merge because he was born like that. And then Bhima could not kill him. And so Krishna showed a clue. Krishna took a piece of straw, or in the sense of a grass or a leaf, and then tore it into pieces and put it like this in the opposite side so that it doesn't merge. And then Bhima could kill him. But Jarasandha saw this, Krishna doing it. And Jarasandha was so angry at Krishna that he started using bad words. But then he called him as Purusha Adhama. Krishna, you're Purusha Adhama, lowest of all mankind. Why? Because you're cheating. In the fight, there is no cheating, but then you cheated. You told the secret of my birth to Bhima, and Bhima killed me. But then Mata Saraswati, on the tongue of Jarasandha, twisted it, and Krishna took it as Purushottama, Purusha Uttama, the best among Purusha. So Bhuta Bhavina, yet one still may not understand Krishna as a father of all living entities. Krishna is Aham Bija Pradapita, right? Therefore, Krishna is addressed as Bhuta Bhavina, and Bhudesha, the supreme controller of everyone, all living entity, and Deva Deva, he's the original and worshipable god of all demigods. Deva Deva Jagatpati. Deva Deva Jagatpati. There's a verse. What was that sloka? Deva Deva Jagatpati. Nanyatvat Abhayam Pashet Yatra Mrityu Parasparam. Pahi Pahi Mahayogin Deva Deva Jagatpati. Nanyatvat Abhayam Pashet Yatra Mrityu Parasparam. Uttara prays to Krishna when Ashwatthama sent the Brahmastra. At that time she calls him Deva Deva Jagatpati. He's Deva Deva. He's the Supreme Lord. Okay. So he is to be worshipped. And even Acharya in his Gita Mahatmya, Kam Shastram Devaki Putra Gitam Ego Devo Devaki Putra Eva. There's only one God who's Devaki Putra, Krishna. And Kulishekara Alvar in his Mukundamala Stotra also calls Krishna as like that. Okay, he says about Krishna that he is the Supreme Lord, and he is the Supreme Lord. He is Krishna, Krishna, who is the son of Devaki and has come to decrease the burden of the earth. Okay, so that's a beautiful verse there. It's not coming. Okay, so he says, Prithvi Bharo Nasho Mukunda. Prithvi Bharo Nasho Mukunda. Like you have come to decrease the burden of Mother Earth. He says, Jayadu Jayadu Devo Devagindanosho Jayadu Krishna Vrishti Vamsha Pradipa Jayadi Jayadi Mekha Shyamala Komalango Jayadi Prithvi Bharanasho Mukunda Jayadi Devo Devagi Nandanasho. All glories to Krishna, who has come as the son of Devaki. He is the supreme Lord. Like now in Bhagavatam, Namanishya Prabhu is covering about Devahuti's prayers to Kapila Dev. She says that you as the supreme Lord, and from whose navel the lotus come and Brahma comes from you, the whole universe, the creation comes. Come as a baby in my womb, and that's so wonderful. How can the Lord become a baby and come in the womb of Devaki? So that's also so glorious of Krishna. Jayadi Meka Shyamala Komalanga. His color is the freshly formed monsoon cloud color, right? And Jayadi Prithvi Bharanasha Mukunda. He has come to destroy the burden of Mother Earth. So he's the original worshipable God, and Jagatpati, he's the supreme proprietor of everything. Bhoktara Metya Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwara. Bhaktum Arhasi Krishna Ya Lokan Imam Vyapya Tishtasi. Please tell me in detail of your divine opulences by which you pervade all three worlds. So now again Krishna wants to know more about him. Krishna requests to hear in detail about Krishna's divinity, the divine opulences by which he pervades all the three worlds. So Arjuna's platform of understanding is he's already satisfied with his understanding of Krishna. And he has achieved Krishna's grace. By Krishna's grace, Arjuna has personal experience, intelligence, and knowledge. And whatever else one may have through all these agencies, thus he has completely understood. But the cause of Arjuna's inquiry is Arjuna is asking on behalf of common people. People in general and the impersonalists in particular concern themselves mainly with the all-pervading nature of the Supreme. Okay, so Arjuna is asking for us actually, okay, not for himself. He already know, because why? Arjuna is whom? Eternally Arjuna is? Okay. You can unmute everyone. Arjuna is whom? Eternally. Yes?
He is a devotee.
Vishaka Sati, yes. And who else?
He is Ramananda
Rai.
Ramananda Rai. He's Vishaka Sati, good. So he's the eternal associate of the Lord, right? Yeah, he came as Naranarayan also, good. Yes, Hemumata. So he came as Naranarayan Rishi. So Arjuna already knows Krishna. Vishaka Saki already knows Krishna. But then it's for us. For us, Krishna is saying, Arjuna is asking on behalf of the common people, because common people should understand who Krishna is. The impersonalists also should know about the all-pervading nature of Krishna. So we should hear about Krishna. Hearing is very, very important. And this, because Arjuna is asking, please tell me more about you so that I Vidyam Ahogim Swamsha Parichintaya Keshu Keshabhaveshu Chintyo Asibhavan Maya. O Krishna, how shall I count of you? How shall I know you? In what various forms are you to be remembered, O personality of Godhead? So hearing increases remembrance. Remembering Krishna through his physical representation is very important. Okay. So importance of Keshu. So Sri Krishna is the master of Yoga Maya energy by which he is covered and uncovered to common man. So importance of Keshu Jabhaveshu is refers to material nature. How to see Krishna manifested by physical representation? Common men have no love for Krishna and has to think materially. And so nature of Arjuna as a Vaishnava is he's asking question for common man's benefit. Okay, Parikshit Maharaj also asked question for us, opening for common man to understand all pervasiveness of Supreme Lord. So we'll have a small breakout room saying that you have to discuss why does Arjuna ask Krishna to explain his opulences and explain why Arjuna inquires in what various forms he's to be remembered. So please refer 10.17 verse. Okay. And then just a short breakout room. Okay, so I'll just, you got the question, should I post it in the group? And after the breakout room, you can post the attendance link, Mataji. Okay. Okay. Oh, we have a group activity. I think we'll go for that because this is a small one. Okay, we'll go to the breakout room later and after 2 slides. This is just a small discussion. So who likes to answer this question? Yes, Kanjan Mataji.
Mataji, Arjuna wants Krishna to show his explain his opulences because there are so many con men in Kali Yuga, and common people and impersonalists, they don't want to don't want to declare Krishna as supreme personality of Godhead. So just to declare Krishna by his own mouth, like he want him to explain so that all people should understand that he's the supreme personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, so that is one reason. What is the other reason, Manasvi? That is one reason why he want to see his opulences. Yes, Manasvi.
Yes, Mataji, because so that we can be firm in our devotional service and we can advance if we know the opulences of Krishna.
Yeah, so we can become fixed in our devotional service. That is another reason. Supriya Mataji, is there any other reason why Arjuna
Hare
wants
Krishna. Mataji, we are all conditioned souls. Only if we get only if our senses come to know what is what, then only we'll be able to understand how we are connected to Lord Krishna. Because since in this material world, we understand only the things which are related to material world. This reminds us of Lord Krishna as and when we are in this path.
Okay, yeah, Sonia Mataji. Is there any other reason? Prafula Mataji, yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, we know that Krishna is great, but we don't know how great he is. After knowing all his opulences only, we will know that his greatness. All the greatness we will know and we will be firm in devotion.
Yes. Also, chat test to prove criteria God, to provide knowledge and clarity of the greatness of the God. Yes. Yeah, for ordinary soul, it's not possible to understand Krishna. And if somebody claims Krishna past times, good, nice, okay. So good. That's yes, Mataji. Nirguna Mataji. Can you unmute? No, able to unmute. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, sorry, I had some network problem. Okay, so there are different reasons why Arjuna wanted to show know the opulences of the Lord. Yes, to make the common man understand. Yeah, and if someone poses in the future, yeah, so in the future, if somebody in the future, I have some network problems. Okay, if I off the video, it's better. Okay, so to in the future, if somebody becomes claim to be God, then they can be proven wrong. Right? So for different reasons, Krishna Arjuna asked for the opulences of the Lord. Vistarenatmano yogam vibhutim cha janardana budhya kathye triptirhi shrunvato nasti me mritam. Oh Janardana, again, please describe in detail the mystic power of your opulences. I'm never satiated in hearing about you. For the more I hear, the more I want to taste the nectar of your words. So he want to hear more. Okay, statement made to Sudha Goswami by the rishis of Naimisharanya, headed by Shaunaka. So in Srimad Bhagavatam also says, Vayam tuna vitripyama uttama sloka vikrame yashrinvatam prasatnyanam swadu pade pade. One can never be satiated even though one continuously hear the transcendental pastimes of Krishna, who's glorified by excellent prayers. Those who have entered into the transcendental relationship with Krishna relish at every step the descriptions of the pastimes of the Lord. So it's nectar, no? Nikamakalpaturur Dhalitam Palam Shuka Mukadamrita Drava Samyudam Devada Bhagavatam Rasimalayam Muhuraho Resika Bhuvi Bhauga. So the nectar that's coming out of the lips of Shukadeva Goswami makes Bhagavatam more sweeter, and it can be relished by even liberated souls. So it says, as far as Amritam or nectar is concerned, any narration or statement concerning Krishna is just like nectar. Okay, it's sweet, and this nectar can be perceived by practical experience. Modern stories, fiction, and histories are different from the transcendental pastimes of the Lord in that one will tire of hearing mundane stories, but one never tires of hearing about Krishna. It is for this reason only that the history of the whole universe is replete with reference to the pastime or incarnation of Godhead. The Puranas are histories of bygone ages that relate the pastimes of various incarnations of the Lord. In this way, the reading matters remain forever fresh. Okay, even though despite repeatedly reading. So more you read, the more you want to hear about Krishna. So that's the question here that Arjuna says in 10.18. I am never satiated in hearing about you. For more I hear, I want to taste the nectar of your words. In this light of this statement, contrast your experience of hearing Krishna Katha with that of hearing mundane topics. So this is a personal application. Okay, it's not preaching application, it's personal. So I put the question in the chat. So you got the question. How do you relate this, your experience of hearing mundane topics from hearing Krishna Katha? That's the question. Okay, we'll go for a breakout room now. I put the question in the chat. So this is a personal application. You're supposed to give your personal application or your personal experience. Okay, we'll for a quick breakout room. We'll come back. I request all of you to join the breakout room. Now they can post the attendance. Mansi can post the attendance. Oh no. Oh. Yeah. And oh, Shilpa Mataji. Which device, Mataji, should I make? The
Not the
other one.
mobile one. Not the mobile one, Mataji.
This one, no? Which you are.
Yeah, this one, Mataji. Not the mobile one. I've written one name, mobile. Not that one.
Okay. Yeah. So who's speaking from room number? We'll start from back 3. From room number 3. Ankita Mataji, Madhu Mataji, Narasimha Gowda Prabhu, Racheta Mataji, Shraddha Mataji, and Supriya Mataji. Okay, I unmute everyone.
Mataji.
Yes. Yes. Who's speaking?
I'm saying, Mataji, I'll speak from room number 1. My internet is very unstable today. So I was
Okay. What about
able to join in room number 1.
What about room number 3?
Mataji, may I? Okay.
Yes,
Hare
Nirvana
Krishna.
Yashoda Mataji.
Oh, sorry. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah, you can tell.
Mine experience is like one of my friend is like Pampa Mataji. She is from Nairobi and she has informed me you start the class from Mangalore. So she has introduced me the Nairobi classes from here. Yeah. So that is there. And
So
my
the question was, so how do you feel like when compared to the material topics? Contrast of your hearing of
it is very wonderful.
Topics. Okay. Yes.
You know, we feel like
Yes, Mataji.
Spiritually knowledge we are getting, Mataji.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, Ankita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Over the years, I mean, my curiosity brought me to, understanding what is the purpose of life, which is like, yes, I have understood so far by now to a certain limit. And my connection with doing spiritual activities, like now when I'm doing my Mala Jap or reading any book, like currently I'm doing Srila Prabhupada book, Leela Amrita, and Krishna book I'm reading simultaneously, and I'm doing Mala Jap. So whenever I'm doing this, I always try to urge my control to drink water, eat food, because after this there's an urge to go to the washroom. So to that limit, I try to utilize my time to the best that I can invest as much as possible into doing my pious deeds, so that at least my line to go ahead to meet Krishna becomes nice and clear. And I try and propagate the same in my family also.
Nice. I like that line. My way to go to meet Krishna. Okay. So yes, that's good. So you're reading Lilamrita, very nice book. This is Prabhupada's appearance day coming after Janmashtami. So the more you read Lilamrita, the more you get attached to Prabhupada. And I'm sure it will make you cry, because definitely the struggle which Srila Prabhupada have underwent. And the book is really amazing. Like everyone should read it. And the best part of reading Lilamrita is that you develop an individual relationship with Prabhupada. So that's nice. That's good, the way you try to hear Krishna Katha. Okay, so that's from room number 3. Is it from room number 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And what about 2? Room number 2? Yes, Manasi Mataji. Yes.
Yes, Mataji, we will all speak one by one from the group.
Okay.
Yes, Mataji. First is Praveena Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Mataji. So I have, ever since I started understanding the Bhagavad Gita after listening to ISKCON Mangalore lectures from Namnishta Prabhu, from Aishwarya Mataji, from Ravi Prabhu, and so many, I've been always listening to some lecture or the other every day. I want to listen even when I'm doing any other work, and there's no time when I don't want to. I just want to listen, even if the others are watching other things. I am always listening to something related to Krishna, Krishna Katha, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam all the time. So that's a huge transformation in my life, which I really enjoy. Also, I was sharing that earlier I used to, when someone used to sing kirtan, if their voice is not good or if they're not singing in a proper tune, I would not like it. I would even say that why people who don't have a pleasant voice or who are singing not in sur, it's not pleasant to hear, and I would not like it. But now anybody is singing, if it's about Krishna and if they, I can just enjoy it, and I accept everything. I don't feel that way anymore. I like anybody singing kirtan. If they're singing kirtan or japa, I like to be there. I like to listen. So that's a huge transformation again from what I used to be so critical earlier. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Good. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Pampa Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, what Neha Mataji has told you, like this, my daughter is Sikriti. She has forced, Sikriti who is taking class sometimes, she has forced me to join this class. Before I'm also living in Nairobi, now I am in India.
Daughter, Sikriti
Yes,
Mataji.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
she's
yes,
an
Mataji.
amazing devotee.
Yes,
Amazing
yes.
devotee.
She is also from Nairobi, Mataji. Neha,
Oh,
me also, all are from Nairobi. So now, Mataji, whenever I am getting time, always I am hearing Prabhupada's lecture, and from Vrindavan, so many my friends are sending me different type of messages from Krishna. Always I am hearing, and I am also Mataji doing kirtan also. I have so many students. I'm teaching online, so I am teaching kirtan also by online like this. I am spending my time.
nice.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yeah, next is Kanchan Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I wanted to share my experience that I'm doing a job and I have so many friends going out and like watching movie and all that stuff. But I'm always like, I always feel that that's the most like I am wasting my time and all that thing, because I do not find any nectar in that. I have always like I usually attend ISKCON daily classes, Srimad Bhagavatam, because Zoom classes, ISKCON Bangalore, the voice is not that much because I'm traveling most of the time in the morning. So I always save those recordings like ISKCON Bangalore when I come back and attend those saved recordings. And when like through these Krishna kathas, there are so many sentences which actually touch you. And I'm actually in the morning I'm cooking food and I'm attending Chaitanya Das Prabhuji's classes, Krishna book, because I don't know, I can't read myself, but when I'm in the devotees association, it's very easy for me to go through all those books of Srila Prabhupada. So in the morning I attend Krishna book, and in the evening 4:30 I attend Guru Mata Ji's classes, Bimla Gaur Mata Ji's classes, Chaitanya Charitamrita. All these classes I regularly attend, and in the like a Veda base, I'm always opening at in my work also. I go through all those sentences whenever I feel like I'm free. So all those things actually changed my life. In the beginning, I started with Krishna Katha only. So that's how, due to Krishna Katha only, I've got joined on this platform. I never used to attend. I never used to active. I'm not active in social media, but I all right now I'm on social media just due to I got any link that I can attend classes actually. Because Facebook and all these YouTube give you link somewhere to attend classes. So I always keep searching for those links so that I can get devotees association, because without devotees associations I cannot progress in bhakti. That's I've understood very well. Thank you, Mataji. Hare
That's a
Krishna.
nice point. Like if we don't have taste to read Prabhupada's book alone, definitely in the association of devotees, it becomes very, very easy. Very, very easy. So what you're doing is very nice. So Bimla Mataji is none other than the mother of Namanishta Prabhu. So Mataji is a great devotee and she is doing reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. Now which Leela you reached? Adi Leela, Madhya Leela or something? Where did you reach, Mataji? Like reading? You remember? So I think daily she has, no? Class.
Yes, Mataji, we are reading Madhya Leela.
Okay, good, good.
Mataji,
Yes.
I'm from room number 3, so I did not speak about my experience in Krishna consciousness. So I will just take 2 minutes. Okay, so actually, the ISKCON Mangalore classes had got me interested in reading the Bhagavad Gita. So it all started in October 2020, say during the lockdown period, wherein it was a very troublesome time for all of people from different age groups. So the Bhagavad Gita was a very important factor which helped me realize that that Krishna is everything. He's a healer to all your pains. And with regular recitation, Ekadashi recitation, I even got more interested in reading the Gita and attending Bhakti Sadachar classes. So that made me more attracted and towards attending the Bhakti, when you're reading the Bhagavad Gita. That's all, Mataji.
Oh, Hare Krishna. And see, so your room is done?
Yes, Mataji. I would like to conclude all the points everyone said because there's less time. So, Kripa Mataji said one point that she has a TV. It's 2-3 years old, 2-3 years old, but she has not used it. So she's always ecstasy in Krishna consciousness. And Sonia Mataji and other devotees also shared the same type of experiences that they are ecstasy in Krishna consciousness. They are just they don't want anything else. They just want to hear Krishna's lectures, attend ISKCON Mangaluru's classes more and more. And I would like to conclude with my own experiences. Since I was in 2 years old, so when I used to wake up because I was a baby, so then my mother played Krishna stories, Krishna's bhajans, and then I used to watch it very carefully and then sleep peacefully. My first competition also, I became Krishna and I spoke Yada Yada Dharmasya Shloka. And I wanted to learn Bhagavad Gita, so I got this course from somewhere of ISKCON Mangalore, and I'm so thankful to ISKCON Mangalore for teaching Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita also. To me, I'm so grateful to ISKCON Mangalore. I just want to hear Krishna, chant Krishna, and be with Krishna always. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Very nice. You can unmute, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I guess I'm audible. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu, I can hear you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I don't want to say much about things, but I remember just one song that I have heard. Mera aapki kripa se sab kaam ho raha hai. Mera aapki kripa se sab kaam ho raha hai. Karte ho tum kanhaiya, मेरा नाम हो रहा है, मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है. It's like, wonderful. It's touching, and when you hear about Krishna, when it takes your goosebumps on, and that's my feeling, Mataji.
Nice.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare
Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, now life has changed so dramatically that after waking up, we start with the Maha Mantra, then with the with Aarti, then with as we finish, we are with the Bhagavatam, then looking forward to everything, whatever ISKCON Mangalore is offering this Mataji. And life has become so beautiful, whatever we were doing before, and comparatively now, it's so different, it's so godly, and this is what we are. I'm very thankful, Mataji, to you and to Mr. Prabhu and to every opportunities you have given us. Now, even to sleep, Mataji, I put Prabhupada's Bani, because other things while cooking, anytime it's on the video. It's like 24/7. Playing the videos, listening only about Krishna, because Krishna is all attractive. Yes, the name says all attractive, so we are so much attracted to him, and all the stories about Krishna, how many times it's been repeated, still as beautiful and as new forever. Yes, Mataji. So thank you so much for the opportunity, and thank you so much, Mataji, for your service, leaving the baby. You're doing this, and so I'm really touched with that. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So as the many said, yes, the TV, like some devotees, they ask also, like, how can we live without a TV? Like many devotees doesn't have a TV at home. So they like, how? But then now, you all experience the same thing, like you don't feel like watching it and all that, because the taste has changed. No, Krishna is dragging us. So Krishna first takes the time, like 10 minutes first, one round, and then slowly he took 2 hours from you. Then slowly he'll take. So he's Choragraganyam Purusham Namami. So Krishna will capture our heart like that. So did everyone share the experience, or does anyone?
Room number one. Room number
room number one. Yes, room number 1.
We'll start with Prafulla Mataji.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranam to you, Mataji. Once in one class, I heard that Mr. Prabhu was saying that once you discriminate between material and spiritual things, then you should know that you are coming to the spiritual platform. That's true, Mataji. That's true. For this COVID only, we have got the opportunity to come to these online classes, and for your blessings and the grace of the devotee association only, that difference, that distinction is being marked. Previously, I was sometime more engrossed in watching television, Mataji, and other Gramya Katha like that, other magazine, other novels. But nowadays, even if once I don't hear Bhagavatam class or Bhagavad Gita, if I miss that feeling is coming that something is missing in that day only, full that day. If chanting is not fully done, then that emptiness is coming. So nowadays, so much of talk and so much of things about material things that doesn't matter. I don't want to go to relatives' house also, Mataji, lest that they will talk about other things. And that time I can engage in hearing classes also, Mataji.
Yes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hemu Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. If I talk about my experience with Krishna Kathas, that from childhood we have been listening about the Krishna's pastimes, and coming into Krishna consciousness, understanding the nectarian thing of Krishna. And the more you know about Krishna, you want to know more about Krishna, because he is this all attractive, and same is his pastimes. The more you know, you just feel that it's just the tip of the iceberg. I want to know more about him. He is so attractive that you will never get bored of any of his pastimes. You will never get bored by listening to the lectures. I sometimes feel that I'm addicted to Krishna. I after chanting, I want to listen to something which is about glorification of Lord. So I think this is nothing else can be best that Krishna has happened into my life. All his mercy, that yes, he has given me that source that I can know more about him and get more attracted to him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Upam Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, before coming to Krishna consciousness, I was very interested in listening Grama Katha. But after coming to Krishna consciousness, whenever any Gram Katha is going on, that point is coming in my mind, like I'm hearing Gram Katha, so I have tried to avoid that thing. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Sridhar Prabhuji.
Yes, Sridhar Prabhu. You can unmute Prabhu. You're not able to hear.
Prabhu, you're on mute. Sridhar Prabhu.
Oh, sorry, Mataji. Sorry, Mataji.
Yeah.
Yes, Mataji. Before coming to this Krishna consciousness, when I was reading this mountain kadas and all, the writers took control of our mind. They were able to do anything against anybody by way of their writing. Our mind was there under their control, and because of our loose talking, also we were not having any respect in the society. But now, whatever respect I am having in the society, that is due purely because of this Krishna consciousness only. And after joining classes in ISKCON Mangalore, I'm able to learn something. And now my mind is slowly moving towards this Krishna consciousness. And I'm not sure I can achieve something by reading this Krishna Kathas and all. Now we are reading maximum books written by Prabhupada Guruji. And even if I get drawn in this pond, I will be happy by reading the book, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Kali Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, I would like to summarize in one sentence that we have got the test like Param Drishta Nivartante, because we have got the higher test and everything, mundane activities, they are just like lowest of lowest. And the nectar drops from Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, or from Chaitanya Charitamrut, those are like we want to hear more, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Dinanath Prabhuji.
I think Prabhu is not there.
Okay, Mataji, then I'm the last. I'll just conclude it.
Yeah,
so
continue.
that's true for all of us, that we used to enjoy parties and we used to enjoy fun things, but that all things have gone. Now, instead of going to party, we all want to read the book, whether it's Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, or join some devotional classes. Like, I never feel like missing your class, Mataji, Aishwarya Mataji. If I miss it, I feel like there's something missing in my life. And that whole week or that 15 days is like I'm desperately waiting for the next class to happen, because it's like I'm drinking some nectar. And when I'm in the class, I forget the whole world. I forget the miseries and what all is happening in my class. For some time, I'm just captivated, and your explanation is so beautiful. I just can't take my mind off from this class. So this class is like medicine for me, a medicine to cure all the problems, the anxieties, nervousness, distress. And listening to Lord Krishna is the most beautiful thing which has happened to all of us. And we all also realize that whether we are in sadness or distress, instead of earlier we used to get disturbed when we were sad, but now instead of getting disturbed, we try to read about Lord, or we start to chant, and we start thinking that Lord is the charioteer, like he is the charioteer of Arjun. So Lord will definitely help us. We can't take the correct decision because we are conditioned soul, but whatever decision Lord will take, we may feel that it's not correct, but we do not know in the long run the Lord has a better plan and a beautiful plan for us. So nowadays we are giving our problems to, we are leaving the decisions. We are not controlling the life. We are just saying the Lord is in charge. He's a charioteer and he will take care. And last but not the least, but my son has getting affected by it. He started loving the class. He listens to me. He listens to, if I'm reading and I'm studying, he listens to it. He wants to go to the temple, and he started chanting shloka. So at least one person is affected. So the Lord Krishna is coming in my home slowly and slowly. And Pravina Mataji and I have decided to have a 5-minute rule or one shloka rule, because we are so caught up with our work and work schedule and home schedule that we feel that we shouldn't fall down. So we both have decided that every day we will have a 5-minute rule or a one shloka rule, and we'll try to study, because the more we hear and talk with each other about Krishna, we feel that we are receiving the nectar. And it's also because of you, Mataji, because you have been enchanting in the class. The way you captivate us, draw all our attention towards Lord Krishna is beautiful. So thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So that's a nice thing, that one sloka a day, and it's very nice for having devotee association. So I remember one of my friends saying that initially she was like, could watch the same movie 100 times, like so addicted to movies. But now after coming to Krishna consciousness, no movies, nothing. Like since few years, she don't even know what movies are released and who are the new actors and actresses come up. So, but then she doesn't miss anything in life, because there's always nectar, as Mataji said, Param Drishta Nivartante is so nice. to come in devotee association, right? So initially, we might feel, our friends are avoiding us because we're not into Gramya Katha and to movies and all that. But then on the side, as Mataji says, slowly, Krishna is coming to our house. And so it's nice that Krishna Katha is always nectar. Okay, Hare Krishna, everyone. So I think we can stop. It's always late. So next week onwards, we'll have class at 7 o'clock. Just because of Purushottam month temple program, we delayed it to 8. So that we wind up soon because it's very late for some Matajis who are mothers and with kids and all. Na? It's very difficult. So, okay. So any questions, any comments, or we can close here? Hope all marked attendance.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Vanchakalpadrupascha, Kripasindhubhyo Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Kodi Vaishnavindaki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna, everyone.